When looking for artifacts, I did not travel very far to find them. In fact, I did not even have to travel or move from my computer. These artifacts that hold memories are right with me in my desk. I do not get rid of materials as often as I should, and as a side effect, I have too many belongings with me wherever I am. My desk holds material from my childhood up to my first year of college. I made this wooden car in the 8th grade technology course. We were taught how to carve wood, and we were supposed to make it as fast as we could. I designed mine to be thin in front and have curves on top. I don't quite remember all the details of making the car, but I do remember getting to race our vehicles after we finished making them. I have a ton of newsletters from an old game I used to play as a kid. Disney's Toontown Online was a game for the PC where you would create your own character, defeat enemies, and build up skill with friends. I started playing in 2003, and each month I would receive a newsletter for this game. This was one of the older newsletters. As you can see, it was made in 2004. It emphasized on an election where players would vote for a new type of character to be added. The newsletters also contained upcoming news, tips and tricks, puzzles, and a top tunes section, which displayed the players that defeated the most enemies or made other sorts of records for that month. I also received trading cards, but unfortunately I've been unable to find them. Other than that, I also found some of my old schoolwork. I found my notes for 9th grade English, geometry, and earth science. I guess I just stuffed them for safekeeping that year and forgot all about them. I was never that organized when it came to my notes, and I had so many that they were usually cluttered by the end of the year. My handwriting was legible, but it certainly had room for improvement. I also found my notebook for one of my first college courses, Psychology 101. With this course, I was much more condensed in my note-taking, which was relieving to see. In particular, what I found the most interesting was an old short story. It was a story called Eggs that I wrote for my English class. I decided to make it ridiculous and wrote a story about a high schooler that had lost all his friends. He had a miserable life, but had exposed the weakness of the local school bully in order to try and improve his reputation. I wrote that the school bully was afraid of eggs, out of all things. The story had a very abrupt ending after the climax, and there was a lot of poor grammar in it. Seeing how I admire my writing skills now, I cringed at reading my older material. At least I improved, and quite a bit, if I may add. It's amazing that I was able to find so many memories just within my desk. I have a lot of material lying around the house, so it shouldn't be hard to go through more of it if I choose. It feels like I'm living in my own personal time capsule at times. Whether I decide to relive those memories, however, is another story. This was a fun exercise, but I leave my artifacts alone for a reason, and there's plenty of it that I imagine will be lying around for a long time.
Created using Powtoon.